this. Good evening and welcome to the Early Prime Deals show, guys. That's right, Early Prime Deals. We had a bunch of amazing deals at great prices for you today. Now, we got a bunch of different products on here that we're going to be showcasing you guys from the 1000 V2 all the way up to the 5000 plus. We got a little bit of something that should work out well for pretty much anybody. We also have that 7% discount code, guys. If you purchase anything over $2,000, you guys have a 7% discount code that you guys can use to save that extra 7 off, which is great. That's going to be the 25 Prime code that is in that banner down below on that side over there. Yeah, that one right there. You guys are going to notice that banner is going to be rotating. You're going to see the 3000 or the 2000 V2 and 200 watt panel for like $700. You're also going to see the 3000 Pro. You're going to see the 1000 V2 for like $399. Now, to get those prices, you do have to input a little code tonight with that. And I'll actually have Fernando share those codes for you. Trevor, what's up? Good evening. How are you doing? And welcome to the show. First to actually pop up and comment. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Oh, it's been a day for me. I'll tell you that, guys. It's been one of them days. Now, like I said, we got a little bit of something for everybody. We got small stations to bigger stations. We are going to move through these at an okay pace. If there are questions that you guys have, please ask. We will stop what we're doing to answer those questions for you guys. And that's why we're here to do that. Now, that is Fernando. Fernando is in chat. Fernando is part of the actual Jackery team. We do have Darthwing popping up over in the other place as well. Darthwing, what's up, buddy? What's up, Darthwing? We're going to start this off with the 1000 V2. We're going to move over to, of course, that table. That table is stacked full of product. Now, there are more products to be had, but we are only showing you guys a certain amount of numbers today. Now, with that, of course, if we started going in there, we just kind of zoomed on over and let's just talk about it. 1000 V2 version 2. Now, this is actually a $399 price tag tonight if you use that discount code we have. Now, with that discount code, that's going to actually give you 1,070 watt hours of power. You're thinking, like, 1,070 watt hours power. It's actually quite a bit of power. So much so that you would be worried about the size and weight, but you don't have to do that. It's only 24 pounds. How's the heat? The heat actually is not that severe right at this second. Yesterday was super hot. I think it was 109 at one point yesterday, which was like crazy hot. So just one of them things. But today, not so bad. Not so bad. I'll take it as a win. Take it as a win. I have a day. It's definitely been a little bit hot. Now, 1,070 watt hours of power in this package deal at 24 pounds, guys. You can have it fully charged in 2 hours in standard charging mode, which is great. Standard fast charging at 2 hours is phenomenal. Because it has what's called Charge Shield 2.0 technology and an app control, inside that app, you guys can hit this little button that's going to activate emergency charge mode. Emergency charge mode is meant for those of you that need to have a 1 hour charge and you know an emergency situation is coming. Now, with it is a lithium LiFePO 4 cell system, and it will last you quite a long time, which is great with that cell system. What's even better is, guys, you can actually let it sit there and it will hold the charge for quite a long time. But I do recommend charging these every 2.5 to 3 months to keep that battery nice and tendered for the lifespan of the device. Now on the front, you're going to have, of course, a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug. Now that DC plug will allow you to plug in, let's say, like a cigarette lighter adapter style device to actually plug in other pieces, maybe different USB A's or USB C's or air mattresses and stuff of that sort. Below that is going to be a couple of USB-C ports, a USB-C 30-watt port and a 100-watt port. Below that will be a USB-A 18-watt port. I am using the 30-watt port right now. Next to that is a digital display. Now that digital display is going to actually allow you to indicate or see the battery charge. It's going to allow you to see, of course, the percentage and the other pieces with this. Can panel survive extreme storms? Yes. So they are IP68 rated. So which means you guys could leave them out in a storm as long as you have them tied down. They should be totally fine. The only thing I'm gonna say is you know, if it's like, let's say extreme high winds, you do want to make sure they're extremely tied down well, or taken in for extreme high winds. I mean, anything over like 40 mile an hour is a high wind and can do damage. I mean, let's be honest. A 10 mile an hour wind can send a kite flying, so you just picture that as a kite. Winds will pick it up and of course do that. But if it's like a rainstorm, snowstorm, dust storm, don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt it. Dust storms, if it gets dirty, guys, just wash it off the hose. You're good to go. If it is pouring down rain, it's not going to be an issue. Hail, yeah, I don't know how hail would stand up to this, but I'm going to say it's probably pretty resilient for certain dings and stuff like that. But you should be totally fine with it out in storms. It's just really will depend on what type of storm you're talking about. If you're talking about a hurricane, then probably not. If you're talking about a tornado, yeah, I don't know about that. Snowstorm, I don't see a problem. Heavy rain, not an issue. Dust storms, you know, guys, people live in deserts, have dust storms, so I would see no problem. Now, with it, you have 3 AC outlets that are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 3,000 if you need to. And you also have a flashlight that does 3 modes: low light, high light, and SOS pattern. Now, with it, of course, guys, you could run, let's say, a 10-watt Bluetooth speaker or other devices off it. If you had a couple solar panels, about 2.5 hour charge time would be that charge time for this off solar. Now, 14 laptop charges, maybe 20 drone batteries, about 10 hours with your standard Starlink, about 29 hours with the Starlink Mini. You guys could even get about 12 hours with the heated blanket or about 14 hours with the mini fridge or that flat screen TV, which is going to be decently well done for you. Now, for those of you that need to get that rice up and cooked, about 2.5 to 3 hours of runtime with the rice cooker. It's actually not that bad, but at $399, that is a beautiful little piece. This one does not, for $399, it does not come with the solar panel. You can get it with the solar panel package, which is the next one we are clicking. And you can get that for it's like $698. So you're going to get this and the 200-watt panel. Some have panel packages, some do not. So that's going to be the difference. The $399 variation, Melissa, does not come with the solar panel. The $698 does. And that's actually a large 200-watt panel. That panel alone is like $700. So you're getting actually a really, really phenomenal deal with that. Hopefully that answered your question. Now, if you had 2 of those 200-watt panels, guys, 2.5 hours would be your charge time with this, which is actually a decent charge time for a product of this size. Now, it's only approximately 13 inches long by 8 inches wide by about 10 inches tall, so it's not that large. You guys could definitely take it with you. Now, the solar panel itself is a longer panel if you get the panel in the package. But it's a great deal. I mean, at 46%, you're saving quite a bit on that. And these are limited deals for early Prime deals. If you guys missed it, we do have a 7% discount code for those of you purchasing over $2,000 worth of products as well. So that's where we're at with that. Now, we, of course, can and keep going on about what you guys could do with it. But, hey, the 1000 V2 is a beautiful little product by itself and will work well. If you need something slightly larger than the 1000 V2, that's going to be the 2000 V2 right next to it. And that's the brother. Now, and I call it the brother because, let's be honest, it's the next one up in the actual market. And this one, of course, I can show you guys the app control that works with almost all of their products. So when I pop up the app, I can actually turn on a flashlight. I can turn the flashlight up higher. I can even go into SOS pattern with that. Now, with it, I can also turn on the display. So if I hit that button, you'll see the display comes on. And it's actually a nice high-vis and easily readable screen, which is great. And on that screen, you're going to see, of course, the wattage that you're running. So whatever you guys have plugged into it will show a wattage draw. And it will show you guys the runtime that's left of that item when plugged in. If I don't want the screen on, I can do that. I can also turn on the AC plugs just by a flip of a switch, or I can turn on the DC plugs, so the 30-watt USB-C, the 100-watt USB-C, or the 18-watt USB-C. That is also the plug that will turn on the 12-volt 10-amp DC adapter above that. Now, again, standard 2-hour quick charging mode, so you guys are going to have a nice, decent charge for that, which is actually really nicely well done. Now, that's the cool part about it. So you have that. If you need that fast charge mode, though, in emergency situations with the 2000 V2, flip it over and hit, of course, that fast charge mode. And when you do that emergency charge mode, you're going to have that 1-hour quick charge. Now, the 1-hour quick charge, I do tell you guys use sparingly. Only use it in emergency situations or stuff like that. Because, I mean, let's be honest, you guys overly charge batteries too much. It's going to, of course, deplete the first top half of that battery with this. What's up, Sheila? How are you doing? Sheila, what are you doing? What is going on? What's cracking? And yes, I'm definitely old, Sheila. I saw the comment. Now, with this device, you got 2042 watt hours of power. Now, 2042 watt hours power comes at a weight. And this one does weigh about 39 pounds. At 39 pounds, it's not that bad, but it is definitely heavier than the 24-pound option of the 1000 V2. And that's because you're getting a bigger battery capacity. Now, with the bigger battery capacity, you guys have, of course, 3 AC outlets. Now, the 3 AC outlets on this one are going to do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 4400 if you really need to. That means you guys' window ACs and all of those other pieces you guys can actually do. Call me what you will. I was just messing with you. Now, of course, with it, you have charge rate. You have the bigger battery. You have, of course, a nicer system that's going to have intelligent battery management system. It's going to have, of course, temperature sensors. It's going to have, of course, all of those other pieces that you need, from wall plug charging to cigarette lighter charging to, of course, solar panel charging capabilities, which is amazing. But the difference is this can actually run, let's say, a 200-watt desktop PC for 12 hours. It can run your 1150-watt window AC at 60 degrees for about 2 hours. So you go from 12 hours with the PC to 2 hours with a very large window AC. Most of you probably don't use a large window AC like that. You're probably using maybe a 6,000, 7,000 BTU. Now, I use a 10,000 BTU window AC because I live in a large apartment and it's hard to get it cool, so we have a bigger one. What I can tell you is when I'm running it at 70 degrees, it doesn't pull the 1,500 watts without a problem at all, which is kind of crazy. It doesn't even pull about 760, I think we were getting when we were testing that. Now, this device is built with what's called an BMS, or not BMS, CTB, cell-to-body technology. Now, the cell-to-body technology is the way the batteries are designed inside the housing of this device. It's going to look like your beehive or honeycomb cells, and that's the way these are put in. So it's going to take less time to build it. It's going to take, of course, less space to build it. That means quicker turnaround times and smaller design packaging with that. And the good look at that is that device back there on the back table is the same battery wattage with that. So it's a much larger housing. And that one actually weighs approximately 63 pounds back there. So to have a device with the same battery rate at less weight is phenomenal, and I really like that. Now that's kind of a close-up of that front panel. It's going to give you guys a better look at the 30-watt USB-C, the 100-watt USB-C, and all those other devices. Now this could actually run, let's say, a shop vac for over 2.5 hours without an issue. You guys could do, let's say, a flat screen TV off of this. You could do, of course, your PCs and other variations with that. So you have all of those options with you on hand to set up, go, and have all of your fun. Beautiful little option. 100-watt refrigerator, maybe 17 to 18 hours of runtime. 150-watt water pump can be ran for about 11 to 11 and a half to 12 hours of runtime with that one. Your microwave, about 2,000-watt microwave. That's a large microwave. Most of you probably don't have a 2,000-watt microwave. 2,000-watt microwave is about an hour and a half runtime with this variation. Now, your solar charging capabilities are there for you. You're going to have, of course, I think it's like with a single 200-watt panel, a 5-hour charge time. With two of those panels, of course, two of those 200-watt panels, you guys are probably going to have, I'm going to say maybe a 3-hour charge time, 2.5 to 3 hours, right? And that's actually kind of cool. By itself, it is a great price point if you want to. But if you want it with, of course, solar panels, we have that option. We have the 2000 V2 with two of those solar panels. Now, that's actually kind of cool to have that option with that. So it's a great little option for those of you that want something of that sort. Now, it's a $1,400 price tag. It's a 44% savings, but it is a savings nonetheless, and it's actually a large savings for you. So that's the cool part about it. There are options for you. Now, with that options, like I said, you're getting two of those very, very large solar panels with us. And we'll show you guys the solar panels in a little while. I don't have them set up for the large one right now. But still full app control. So you guys, Android users, iOS users, you can get the app on, of course, the Google Play or Apple Play Store. It's up to you which one you want to grab it from. And that's where you guys can do it. Cool part is also that you can use that app on your tablets as well, even your laptops, kind of, if you want to sideload them. But it's a phenomenal product. I love it. It works really, really well. And Melissa, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that follow. Amazon customer on the other side, I appreciate that follow as well. Now, 2000 V2, phenomenal product. I've ran Christmas decorations off of them. I did Halloween decorations off of them. We did my gaming PC. We ran my microwave. We even did my wife's mixer. We did an air fryer at one point. The window AC. Now, I literally... You guys want to see a window AC plugged into it? Huh? Anybody? We can actually plug a window AC into this. We can test it out and you guys can see what the window AC actually does. So I will grab the plug for the window AC. We're going to turn this on. We're going to turn on the plug for this. Let me grab my wall plug. Hopefully the cable will reach. So I'm grabbing this window AC plug. I'm going to plug it right on into this. So right there is plugged in. We're going to kick on the window AC right there. And if you guys are looking, this will actually start changing and it's going to start pulling wattage off of this. Now, with that, I'm going to actually zoom you guys in a little bit closer so you guys can kind of see the numbers with this. It is definitely one of those things to kind of show you guys with it. But let me unblock the view. So right now, we're pulling about 128 watts off my window AC. Now, I have it set really low. So what I'm about to do, we're going to start cranking this up. We're going to drop it to 60. The moment it kicks into, of course, AC mode with this, it's going to start pulling more power in a second with this. Hopefully, we'll actually see it pull power. It looks like my screen might be... Is my AC not kicking on? Come on. Well, my AC is not kicking on for some reason. I think it went in defrost mode. But you guys can kind of see the gist of that. I literally can unplug this from that one if I wanted to. We could swap it over to, of course, the other device, plug it in, and we'll even show you guys on this one. So let's do this. Now, I'm going to move you guys over to the 1000 V2 and show you guys the 1000 V2 as well. So window AC plugged into these, which is kind of funny. Like, you guys are going to see that the wattage that it's pulling. My window AC is a large window AC. It's in kind of defrost mode, non fan mode, but it's pulling about 145 watts at the moment. It should kick into AC mode in about 3 or 4 minutes. It's because I unplugged it. I didn't think about it. But once it does kick in and start running, you guys will see. So even the 1000 V2 can run a window AC. It's the amount of runtime that you guys are going to be able to run to it. So it's the draw of the AC to the variation of the device. So easily accessible. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it plugged into the 1000 V2. The 1000 V2 has got a full battery, so not a big deal with that. Of course, if you guys wanted to see the window AC that we are talking about, that is right there. So I do have a window AC up in there. It is plugged in. So either option, guys, you have the options. They will both run window ACs. It's kind of cool. I'm waiting for it to kick out of course, that defrost mode to go back into AC mode because it should start pulling power. I dropped it all the way to 60. Once it does, we'll come back to that. Now, both package deals are greatly priced for you guys if you need something of the sort. And that's the cool part about this. So we have a little bit of something for literally everybody. So it's just a great options. If you don't want a smaller station and you want something that's going to run your home appliances a lot easier or a lot better, the upper table will do that. I'm looking for... So the 1000 V2 is definitely a great option in the size. And the price that we have it at today for like $399 is a great price point. That is actually got a code. Now I'll have Fernando post that. Let me see if I can find that code. Fernando, can you pass me those codes? I know oh, there they are. So I can actually give you the code to get the 1000 V2 at that price point of $399 right here. So that would be the price point for the 1000 V2 for $399. If you want the 2000 V2 for $799, it's going to be this option right here. And of course, then we have the one we're about to talk about, the 3000 Pro. So the 3000 Pro. So here it is. I just heard my window AC kick into full AC mode. It should start pulling wattage at some point in changing the wattage with this. It's already ran about 2% of the battery, but I've seen it kick over. Let's see if it starts pulling draw. Wow. Thank you, Fernando. Yeah, I lost the codes for that. And of course, great options. Now, we were talking about the bigger power station in the back now. We're going to talk about that 3000 right there, the 3000 Pro. This is a package deal that's going to cost you a little bit more, but not so much that it's going to, kind of just break the bank account. It's going to be like $1,800. Now, at $1,800, it is actually a really, really decent price point. With it, you're going to get over 3,040 or 3,024 watt hours of power. You're going to have 5 AC outlets with this one. Now, 4 of those are going to be your standard 3-prong outlets. Those standard 3-prong outlets are going to do, of course, 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 6,000 if you really needed to. You also have that NEMA plug above it. Now, that NEMA plug can be used as an adapter plug, or it can be used as a linking cable to the transfer station. Now, a transfer station is going to be like your electrical box on your wall. And when, of course, you guys do that, it's going to allow you to run circuit breakers or circuits inside your house, which is great. On this device, you're going to have, of course, the 12-volt 10-amp plug, but you're going to have a larger display. And the larger display will still give you guys all the same beautiful readouts that all of the smaller ones that we kind of showed you have. With that variations, this is actually going to have 2 USB-C ports that do 100 watts max of charging. So it's going to have 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max of charging as well. Now, you also have large wheels on this because they want to make sure you guys can roll around the 64 pounds. Those wheels look like this on that little picture that we're showing you guys. Those wheels are 3-inch wheels. Those 3-inch wheels do very, very well for you. It's got a telescopic aluminum handle that hides inside that beautiful casing of that device. But it also has 2 large orange handles, which I use every time to lift up and put on these tables for every show. And you guys know we've been doing a show about every 2 days the last week or so. Now, here is the better part of this beautiful, beautiful device here. Your charge time is going to be about 2.5 hours for over 3,000 hours of power. That's great. Yeah, Phil is here, but I'm not sure where he's popping around at. He may be over on one of the other channels. So, Trevor, I'm sure he'll pop over and see you in a minute. So you have those options, guys, with this on hand. Now, here's a great little option for this. With it, I'm going to unplug this, guys, and I'm going to plug in the window AC into a bigger outlet. Let's do a bigger device up here. Let's turn it on. And you guys can see we can run the window ACs off of everything. It's no problem running these. And that's the cool part with this. So we're just going to let it kick on. It'll kick on, of course, with this. For some reason, go. Alright. So with that, you guys can run these bigger stations as well with the ACs. And now the one next to it is identical to the 3000. So if we come over here, you guys are going to notice that it's pulling about 682 watts off of the AC now. Because the AC is out of that defrost mode, it's now working at a great, great range. And at 694 watts, it'll probably climb a little bit, but you see what I'm saying? 1150 watt window AC, 10,000 BTUs is definitely there to pull your power. Now, if you don't want to run window ACs, guys, let's go here. You guys can run a welding machine in your shop or garages for a little over an hour off of this 3000 Pro. The 2.5 hour charge time is actually amazing for that. If you had 6 of those solar panels, the 200 watt panels, this kit comes with 2 of them. If you had the 6 total, it's going to be about 3.5 hour charge time to fully charge this device. That's not a bad charge time whatsoever for it. Now, the ranging of devices that can be ran off of the 3000 Pro are phenomenally well done. Like I said, you guys can do a welder machine. So if you want to do like MIG welding, you guys can do it. It'll do it for a little over an hour. If you guys want to do, let's say, electric hand drills, about 6 hours. Angle grinders, same thing. Weed eaters, lawnmowers can all be done with this. With the range of things, you guys could do, let's say, 101 cell phone charges, maybe 70 drone batteries. This one, the 300, should be able to allow you to run your 1150 watt window AC for about 3 hours. 3 hours of runtime with the window AC is amazing. Now, these deals are really phenomenal deals. And the deals are actually greatly had. I love the deals that they brought these prices down. If you do not use the discount code, it's $1,999. Use that discount code we have, and you guys can get it for $1,799. You heard? At $1,799. It's a crazy package deal and price point for this. And that's the great part. And then when we move back over, you guys are going to see that it's actually still running the AC. Of course, my screen timed out, but that's not a big deal. I'm going to go eat some soup. I'll be back. Oh, soup. What type of soup you have, my guy? So 3000 Pro, phenomenal product. One of their larger standalones. Not their largest system, but one of the largest standalone systems. And standalone means no extra batteries and devices like that. Now with it, we're going to move into some smaller handheld stations. We're going to talk about the 300. Now the 300 is a phenomenal little product. You guys can get it by itself, or you guys can get it with, of course, a solar panel. By itself is a crazy price point. And what do I mean by that? You guys can get this 300 for $159. At $159, guys, you're getting this 7-pound power station. 7 pounds. That's it. That's all this weighs. It's got the beautiful orange siding on it. It's going to allow for air to go through. It's got the beautiful handle on this. It's got, of course, their beautiful logo on the front. It's got their amazing plugs and adapters. Now, 2 AC outlets on this small little device. These AC outlets are going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 500 on this. Now, you have 293 watt hours of power in the lithium cells. It's going to have three DC ports. Now you're going to have a 60 watt USB-C port, bidirectional, so an in and out port. You're going to have 2 USB-A ports. You're going to have a DC plug. The DC plug is what you're going to use for the wall plug, your cigarette car lighter, or your actual solar panels, like your 100 watt panels and stuff like that. With the DC plug by itself, it's 3.5 hour charge time. If you use the DC plug and the USB-C together, 2 hours fully charged, up and running. With that, you guys could run, let's say, a Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours. You guys could do about 12 cell phone charges. You guys could run, let's say, 14 watt Wi-Fi router for about 14 to 15 hours. You guys could do an air pump. You guys can do CPAP machines. You guys could do camera gear, lighting gear, charging your phones. Whatever you could think of, this can actually do it. It's the size of the device. Floor fans, yes, I can definitely do a floor fan off of this. Would you like to see that? I actually have one sitting here too. Let's grab her. Let's untangle it from the camera though. So I actually have oscillating floor fan right here. We can actually turn this on. We can plug it in. Once we plug it in, we will actually wait for it to kick on. It's going to kick on, and I'm going to go max fan speed. Now, by going max fan speed, let's bring it a little closer so you can kind of see this. We're at 40%. It's only pulling 37 watts of power. So 37 watts of power. This is perfect for house fans. So your oscillating fans. Most of those oscillating fans are about 45 watts. So you could definitely run an oscillating fan off of this for over 4 hours without a problem. And that's great. To be able to run a house fan for over 4 hours in timely need, that's a phenomenal idea. I'm right here. We're only pulling 35 watts of power off my house fan. And that's because I have it on high fan speed. Now let's add oscillation to it, and it's going to start pulling the rest of that power. So you guys will see it's going to jump up a little bit more. So we're about 36. Now there are 44 watts. So there's your 44 watts or 45 watts of power on an oscillating house fan. So definitely can do house fans, no problem. And when you're done, you guys can individually just shut it off and unplug it if you want. Definitely very, very user-friendly. But lightweight, I mean, you guys, anybody can carry this. This is super, super lightweight. $159 by itself is a very, very phenomenal deal for this 300. If you want the 300 with the solar panel option, it's going to be like $298. The Jackery app is easily usable. So Phil, the Jackery app is simple. It's a simple, easy, usable app. Unfortunately, this device does not allow for the app. This is one of their originals, so this doesn't have app control on this one. But the app, app is easy. Like, anybody can use the app. I would expect even the technology-bound people can use the app. Now, here is your package deal. The 300 with the 100-watt solar panel. This is a $298.99 package. You're going to have that 100-watt panel. This is a bidirectional panel or bifacial charging panel. It's going to allow you to charge at 100 watts, and that's all this device charges at. So 100 watts of charging with this package deal. This is a great deal with the 300. The 300 is a phenomenal, phenomenal piece. So this is a cool one. Yeah, I do too. So like the 240 V2 that we're about to show you has the app control. With that app control, you guys can actually turn on those switches. You guys can see the power that's left. You can even get notifications when your power is about to go down if you really need to. And that's the great idea with that. The 240 V2 comes in like $189. And that's going to be this one right here. Oh, no problem. Melissa, we're going to be showing you guys the full solar panels in a few. We'll be going with the large solar panels. We'll show you guys pretty much most of the solar panels up close. 240 V2, 256 watt hours of power, $189. Very lightweight. It's only 8 pounds, so it's about a pound heavier than the other one. This has lithium LiFePO4 cells, unlike the other one, and it's got, of course, a handle that folds up. This one uses a wall plug to charge off of it. This will also be fully charged in under 2 hours on a wall plug, which is great. Single AC outlet, does 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 600. You guys are kind of seeing the difference here. 2 USB-C ports. It's got a 100-watt port, bi-directional. Then it's got a 15-watt USB-C port, a 15-watt USB-A port, 12-volt 10-amp, and it has a flashlight on this. Now, this has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectability for app control with this device. So this one has app control. Still should be able to allow you to run, let's say, a Nintendo Switch for over 30 hours without a problem. You guys will be able to run your house fan without an issue as well. I'm going to say 4 hours or so with the house fan. 16 hours with the Bluetooth speaker. Again, 12 to 13 cell phone charges. It's going to just vary for you guys. 60-watt flat screen TV, 4 hours-ish. 90-watt mini fridge, about 2.5 hours. So the variations with these devices will vary with what you want to use. It's just a nice lightweight option. By itself, great deal. $189. If you want to get it with, of course, a really, really beautiful solar panel, you have the Mini 40 option. Now, this is a $248 price point right here. Let me click that in the carousel for you. But you can get that 240 V2 with the mini solar panel. This is 11 pounds total weight with these two devices. The Mini 40 solar panel, fully waterproof, water resistant, 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, ½ inch thick. But it's not that small. I mean, once you start opening it up, you have a really decent sized solar panel. With this solar panel, it's going to take about 7 hours to charge the 240 V2, but it can do it. And you guys can leave this out in the rain, leave it out in the snow. It's not going to hurt the device. Just make sure it's tied down. But that is going to be the Mini 40 package deal option for that one, which is kind of cool. If you need a little bit bigger of a station, though, you guys can actually get, let's say, the 300 plus. The 300 plus is going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to be about 288 watt hours of power. Still weighs 8 pounds. It's 8.1 pounds. It's $199. At $199, you guys can actually have this one fully charged in under an hour and a half. So you have a quicker charge time with this one. So under an hour and a half. Again, has all the same plugs on the front as the 240 V2. Has the flashlight, has the 300 AC outlet, and everything. Has the wall plugs, has the handle. It's an 8-pound package, but it has a little bit more battery capacity. With that battery capacity, you guys could run devices for a little bit longer than the 240 V2. By itself, phenomenal. Full app control. Connect up the app, turn on the flashlight by the app, turn on the switches, see the screen, read the battery percentage, even see the temperature that the device is running at. You have all of those options in the app control. This is a 2000 V2 unit. No, none of these stations are waterproof. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, all of the stations are not waterproof. The solar panels, yes. Stations, no. And that's because they have open air design with these, so water can get in them and you don't want water inside them. Can they run in -4-degree weather? Yes. You can run them in hot weather as well. It's not going to hurt it, but not waterproof. So you do need to make sure that they are, of course, covered. So I'm going to go here with it. And that's a good question, Melissa. We'll talk about that. So here it is. With the lithium cell battery and any lithium cell device, you should be able to keep a charge for over a year without a problem. The only thing I recommend is charging these every 2.5 to 3 months. And there's a reason for it. If you do not charge a lithium battery every 2.5 to 3 months, it can actually take the top part of the battery away. So you'll get 4,000 charge cycles at 100% battery charge capacity for like 10 years. Whatever, like 10 years. After that 4,000 charge cycles or 10 years, your battery's going to drop down to about 70 to 80% capacity charge rate. So it will still charge, it just won't charge to the full 100%. If you let it just sit for like over a year without recharging it, you're going to reach that battery capacity a lot quicker. So you're going to take away the lifespan of that first charge cycle of these. So yeah, it could definitely hold a charge without a problem. And I'm going to say here, this thing has not been charged probably in 4 months. And just because I have so many stations, it's kind of hard to keep track of where they're charged. And you'll see that it is still at 99% battery capacity. So there's no issue with that on the 300 plus or the 240 V2s or anything. It's just if you want to keep them well tendered, charge them every 2.5 to 3 months. Yep, 2.5. I'd say 2.5 to 3 months. Just plug it in, let it retender itself. It probably maybe take an hour or less. Is the handle foldable? Yes. On the 2000 V2, the handle is just like this. It will fold straight down for you, and it's actually right behind me, so I can kind of show you. Let's drop down to the bigger table. So the 2000 V2 is right there in the middle. The handle literally folds up, folds down very easily, very simple. Has silicone padding, so you don't get no blisters or anything when you're carrying it, which is great. So yeah, handle folds and you're good to go with that. Now the 300 plus, we had it by itself for $199. We also have it with the mini 40 solar panel for like $279. So you have that option with that small panel. Or you guys can get the 300 plus with, of course, the 100 watt panel for $398. So you have 3 different packages there with different price points if you're looking for something with solar. With that, we have, of course, a little bit larger of a station at the end of this table, and you guys can kind of see it over there. This is back to the original housing. Now, this is still a very portable station. It's the 500. Now, the Jackery Explorer 500 is 518 watt hours of power in a 13-pound package. Only 13 pounds, so still very capable of being carried, taken in a lot of different places with it, and that's kind of great. Package deals like $298.98 for the device by itself, normally a $500 price tag. With it, you're going to have 3 USB-A ports on the front, and we can kind of bring you guys into the front of this. So you have 3 USB-A ports, 5 volt, 2.4 amps. You're going to have 1 AC outlet on this, 500 watts, 1000 max. Multiple DC ports. So you have 3 of those DC ports. 2000 VT. What's the best cable to use for the 12 volt car battery charger? I would use the Jackery cable. They actually have a cable for that. So they offer a cable for the actual car charging. So if you're meaning charging the devices off of your car charger, then yes, they have a cable for that. If you're meaning charging your car battery off of it, they also have that cable. So use the Jackery cable that they offer. It's over on the site. It should be on their page on Amazon with that. I don't actually have the link. Phil, are you around still, buddy? If Phil is around, I'll have him grab those links and send them over to you. And those we'll use with those will have an 80/20 adapter plug. So that is how those are going to use or run. Now with it, 5.5 hour charge time though on this one. So 5.5 hours is what it's going to take. Rather it be in your cigarette car lighter in your car or your wall charging capabilities. If you're using a 100 watt solar panel, about 7.5 hours is going to be your charge time. With it, you guys could run quite a bit of different things, from 7 hours with the flat screen TV to 9 hours with the mini cooler if you wanted to. You guys could do 8 hours with an air pump, electric blanket for about 4 hours or so. $298 is your price point. If you want to get it with the 100 watt solar panel, it's going to be $468. So you guys can get it with, of course, that beautiful solar panel idea. So that's where you guys are going to have that ranging of devices. So really amazing, really great idea. Hey, yeah, no problem, Melissa. And like I said, if you spend over $2,000, there's that 7% discount code. A lot of these products may even have a discount code on the Amazon page as well. So definitely check that out. It's charging through. So charging through a cigarette lighter, depending on the device, will charge at different rates. So if you're like trying to charge the 2000 V2 through a cigarette lighter, it's probably going to be about 20 to 24 hours of charge time. If you're using a wall plug, it's going to be about 2 hours or less. So there are different charge rates with that. If you want to do emergency charge road or charging with emergency, you guys will have a 1 hour charge time. It really just depends on the device and what you have plugged in. The 500, because it's a smaller battery, it is of course going to be a 5.5 hour charge time. So we do have the options for you guys if you need those ones. Now the 3000 Pro, which we showed you guys a little bit ago, which is on, of course, that side over here. You guys can get it by itself for $16.99. $16.99 is a great deal, but I'm going to tell you guys, get it with, of course, the solar panels. That package deal is definitely a lot nicer of a price point. You're getting it for about $17.99, so you're going to get it with, of course, a couple solar panels. But if you don't want it, hey, you guys can get it by itself for $16.99. I personally would spend the extra $100 and get the 2 solar panels. You also have the option of getting the 2000 Plus with solar panels. Now, 2000 Plus is identical to the 3000 Pro. Has all of the same plugs. You're going to have 5 AC outlets. They're going to do 3000 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 6000. You're going to have 2 USB-C ports, 100 watts max, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max, 12 volt 10 amp plug, and of course, that beautiful display. Now, where this is going to change is you're going to have 2,042 watt hours of power, and it's going to come with 2 solar panels. When you get the 2 solar panels, guys, you're paying $18.99. Now, $18.99 is not a bad deal for this device. Now, it's a little more than the 3000 Pro and has a little bit less battery, but it has a package deal of adding extra batteries, so you guys can add extra batteries to this device. Now, we have that window AC running off of this, and I'm going to actually kick on the screen for you guys real quick. You guys are going to see it's pulling about 717 hours. It says a little over an hour and a half runtime at 67% battery. So you guys can definitely run a window AC, no problem, off of this. Now, your charge time on this device will be 2 hours on a wall plug. So 2 hours fully charged on a wall plug, you're good to go. 25 hours in your car is what it's going to take to charge this off a cigarette lighter adapter. If you had 6 of the 200 watt solar panels, you're getting 2 of these in the package deal. With 6 of them, it's going to be about 2 hours. With, of course, just 2 of them, about 6 hours of charge time. You see where we're talking. Now, with it fully charged, guys, you guys could run quite a bit. You guys could do, let's say, a welding machine, a 5800 watt welder, for about a half an hour. You guys could do the, 1150 watt window AC for under 2 hours. You guys could do a CPAP machine. I'm going to tell you guys, CPAP machines will range anywhere from 90 hours on up with this. 12 hours with the 200 watt desktop PC, maybe about 14 to 15 hours with a movie projector. A hair dryer, not so much, maybe a little over an hour. 60 watt portable freezer, about 26 hours of runtime. If you want to, 60 cell phone charges. That's going to be like your 29 watt phones, your 4500 milliamp phones. Variation is great. This is actually a beautiful little piece that will do well for you guys. I will always recommend, and I say this with a grain of salt, guys, because I understand I'm just doing the shows. Sometimes, recommending is just one thing. Get it as a package deal. Get the 4000 kit, because when you get the 4000 kit, you're getting the extra battery. You're also getting the extra solar chargers or solar panels. When you do the package deal, you're going to get, of course, let's zoom out. Let's show you guys this. You're going to get the station on the bottom, and you're going to get that battery up above, plus the solar panels. It's a $2,499 price point. Now, $2,499 would not be your final price because you guys can use that 7% discount code. When you use that 7% discount code, you're going to save a few more dollars, which is great. It's already 50% off. By adding that the battery, you now have over 4,085 watt hours of power. You can add up to 5 batteries to this station. When you add 5 batteries, it's going to be 12 kilowatts of power. You guys can add a second 2,000 plus and 10 batteries total and have 24 kilowatts of power. When you do that, you automatically go to that 6,000 watts of solar sine wave power through the plugs. So you also double all your plugs. You see where I'm going with this. So package deals are really, really great. $24.99, and then take that 7% off, and you guys are going to have a great price point for a full kit. Battery, station, and everything. Phenomenal piece. Now with it, we are going to talk about the 5,000 plus, running slightly behind, so we might go over our time slot, which is fine with me. We'll just do this. The 5,000 plus is going to be their largest system. Now, this is their largest system, and I'm going to back out with this camera. We're going to drop down and kind of show you. This is the 5,000 plus right here. This is a 132-pound device. It's got multiple ports of connection on the sides, the front, and of course the opposite sides. It has 2 large wheels plus casters. It's got, of course, a handle in the back that will fold up and pull out for you guys. Now, with this, you guys can see, of course, the device right there, but we're going to bring you guys in closer because we want you to see the front panel. You have the 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts max of charging. You have the 2 USB-A ports at, of course, 18 watts max of charging. 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. The large display and app control. But on top of that, you're going to have the 4 AC outlets on the front. Those 4 standard 3-prong American plugs. They're going to do 7,200 watts of sine wave. 7,200 watts. It's their largest amount of power to be pulled through one of their systems. That's really, really amazing and beautiful. Now, that is not all the plugs that are on this. So on the side of this device, if I back up slightly, we kind of rotate the device for you. Hopefully we do this. You guys are going to notice we have an AC expansion port. The AC expansion port is for what's called the smart transfer station. Now, the smart transfer station is what's going to hook up to your wall, to your electric circuit breaker box by an electrician, so you can run all of your circuits off of your house. Approximately 12 of those can be ran off of this device. Below that are 2 NEMA plugs, 14-30 and 14-50. Those are dual voltage systems, 120 and 240, which means you now can run a central AC off of this, your house dryer if you needed to, or other devices of that sort, which is great. On the opposite side, and I'm going to spin it one more time, and we're going to kind of pull over to the other side. And we're going to bring it down in. We're going to bring your camera down a little more for you guys. You're at the bottom is going to be the DC expansion port. That's going to allow for batteries. Above that is your AC port. That AC port is your wall charger. That's going to allow you to charge at 1,800 watts of charging capability off your wall plug. That means you guys can have this charged in about 3.5 hours. At 3.5 hours, you have 5,040 watt hours of power up and running and ready to go. Now, above that, of course, if we do this and pop this panel off, you guys are going to see this bright red and green switch. This is allowing you to switch from low power solar array to high power. Low power solar array is going to use the 80/20 adapter plugs at 1,200 watts max for a 5-hour charge time. If you use the high power solar arrays, these are going to allow you to run 4,000 watts of charging capability. That will allow you to be fully charged in under 2 hours of time with your large solar array. So, for those of you that have a solar array on the roof of your house, the sheds, or other devices, you can run that off of this, and that will allow for you. With the smart transfer station, again, under 2 hours at 4,000 watts of charging. But here's where it's kind of cool. You guys can optimize energy saving schedules. So that means a higher charge rate from your electric company. You can set it to run off of course, the station. And then when it's on low power charge time, like when they only charge you 20 cents a kilowatt, you guys can charge this device. And it will allow you to do that through the app. In the app, it'll allow you to see generation and consumption from solar and, of course, electrical grid with that. The device alone should allow you to run your home for at least a couple days without a problem. If you had the device in 5 batteries, and you guys can connect up to 5 batteries, you should be able to run your home for at least 7 days. Now, by adding the 5 batteries, you now have 30 kilowatts of power. 30 kilowatts of power is a lot of power to be had. You guys can run it with the second 5,000 plus and 10 batteries and have 60 kilowatts of power. That's about 15 days with most of your standard devices. That's not like your central AC running nonstop, all right? So 2 days with the flat screen TV on the device by itself, 3 hours with your house dryer, maybe 2 hours with the central AC, 4.5 hours with that large window AC if you wanted to, 10 hours with an inverter heater, 520 watt fridge should be able to run for at least 7 hours without a problem. You have the variations. The system by itself is at a nice price point. I believe it's at $3,499 with the discount code, which is on Amazon. So you guys can get it for like $34.99. Phenomenal price point right there. Then you guys use that 7% discount code and you guys save another 7% on top of that. If you don't want the system by itself, you guys can get the 5,000 plus with the 500X solar panel for $42.99, so like $4,299. Now you have that large solar panel that we're going to show you guys in a few. So that's your options with the 5,000 plus large system. This is meant for your whole home power, off the grid living, or just RVs, toy haulers, or whatever you really want. This is their newest and largest system. Their newest system, of course, is that new 3000 that is not over here yet. Now, with that being said, we're at the part of the show where we're going to start showing you guys the solar panels. So we're going to start off with the 100 watt solar panel. Now, the 100 watt solar panel is fully waterproof, water resistant. It's a bifacial charging and it is nice lightweight. It's got a beautiful little kickstand that can come fold out and it, of course, can angle at this beautiful angle for you. With it, it's got riveted on handles with fabric handles and snap rings that allow it to close. Now, this is going to do a 25% efficiency even in low light standards. So overcast skies, gray shadowy skies, or even smoke-filled skies from the Canadian fires will still get a charge from this. Now, blue side is going to be the reflective side that's going to get that 25-degree angle charge. The inside, which is the monocrystalline black side, is going to get the max charge rate, right? This is going to get hit with the sun the most. This is the part you hit. It's a large panel. This panel is definitely a nice long panel that's going to do well. Now, the IP68 rating with this means you guys can actually use this outside, in the sun, or in the rain, or in the snow. It's not going to hurt this device. You don't have to worry about it. The recommendation on all of these solar panels, though, guys, if you're using them, tie them down. Either use tent stakes, use wire tie, use these pressed-in rings to tie them down and protect them so they don't fly away. $209 is the price tag and only a $300 price tag for this device. Now, we also have the 200 watt panel. This is normally a $700 price point. It's $379 today. Now, with this, we're going to pop over here. We're going to grab you guys the video of me actually showing it to you. This is that 200 watt panel. Now, that 200 watt panel is an amazing panel. It's a large panel, though. It weighs 21 pounds, so do be cautious with it. It does come with that beautiful carrying case. It's got zipped up bags, ETFE handle, and a sunlight angle indicator, so you guys can set it at the optimal 20 to 25 degree angle, which is beautiful. With it, it's got 3 kickstands. It's a trifold design, but it is a quad panel. This panel is going to do about 24.3% efficiency in converting light to power, even in low light settings. Now, this is going to kind of outperform those PERC panels, the conventional PERC panels, which is great because it's got the monocrystalline solar cells with the IBC technology built into it. Now, IP68 rating means fully waterproof, water resistant, harsh and wet weather, leave it in the rain, leave it in the sun. You don't have to worry about it. $379 is your price for the prime deal. So really, really great price point right there for you if you need a large panel like that. Just a great little option for those of you needing a panel of that size. Now, next up, of course, is going to be that Mini 40 solar panel. The Mini 40 solar panel is a really great panel as well. This is a $79 panel. It's a 2.5 pound panel. At $79, you guys have that 40-watt panel that is portable. Fit in a backpack. It's the size of a 3-ring binder. 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, ½ inch thick. Open it up, and you guys are going to be greeted with, of course, that fully waterproof, water-resistant panel that can be taken anywhere. You guys could throw this in your kid's backpack, going camping or hiking, and they are not going to realize it's back there because it is actually rather light. Of course, most of us are going to be like this, like me. We're going to snap those rings together, and we're going to allow it to hang off our back and allow it to charge as we're walking. Because you guys can do that with, of course, like those snap rings and stuff. So, Mini 40 solar panel, guys. This is an amazing piece if you need. So, great little option for you. It's $79. Phenomenal price point. Now, we have one more panel, I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, so we have one more panel for you guys. This is going to be the 100 prime panel. This is another 100-watt panel, but it's $179. At $179, you have a fixed solar panel. Now, this fixed solar panel is, of course, tempered glass. Now, with the tempered glass, it is, of course, bifacial charging, so you guys are good with this. The 100 Prime has a fixed metal housing all the way around it, but it does not fold up. When we pop this open, you guys are going to be greeted with, of course, the cable. And the cable right here, guys, is a 10-foot cable permanently affixed to the 100 Prime. So you have that permanently fixed cable, Anderson clip plug at the end. It also has the adapter for the 8020 and 7909 adapter, depending on which station you have. Aluminum or metal housing, it's got pre-drilled holes. The pre-drilled holes will go to, of course, the bracketry and screws that come included with the kit, so you guys can permanently fix it to your shed, your house, your garage, your RVs, your makeshift Volkswagen bus, little vans, and other devices. If you don't have an area that's going to allow you to set it at a 25-degree angle, you guys can lay it flat. It's not going to hurt it. It's just the efficiency in the low light settings is not going to be as optimal as that 25-degree angle. Cool part is if you guys have a lot of sun, it's going to charge no matter what. Let's just go there. This is, of course, that 100 Prime panel, $179. It is a great price point. This is actually a phenomenal piece. And you guys can interlink it with multiple of these and connect it up to the larger stations if you wanted to. Now, they also have that 500X panel that we just talked about that came in that package deal. It is not in, of course, our carousel tonight, so we're not going to show that fully. But very great options. Remember, guys, we have all of those discount codes for you guys if you need. Now, I'm going to reshare these discount codes real quick. 1000 V2, if you need it, is, of course, $399. If you need, I apologize, the 2000 V2, you guys can get this for like $799. If you guys want, I believe, the 300, you guys can get it for like $159 as well. So, great price points to be had right there. Then you guys can get the 3000 Pro with solar panel packaging for $17.99. So, you guys are going to get that, of course, as well. Then, of course, you guys can use that discount code, 7% off. Save yourself a few bucks and have a great night. Now, with that, guys, that is the last of our show for tonight. We will be back Monday night with another show. So hopefully we'll see you guys Monday. Monday the 30th, same time, same channel. I want to thank all the new people that hung out with us, all the new followers. We much appreciate it. And we'll see you guys Monday night. Have a great evening, everybody.